Welcome back to AMA Collectibles, guys. I'm here with a Bunny Senpai deck profile for you today. The movie set came out a couple weeks back, and I had some time to mess around with the deck. For this build, it was one of the first builds I've made, and it seems to be really fun and can be really good. Although this is also all in my opinion. But without further ado, let's get started on it. To start off the level 0 lineup, we have the two My Stock Bombs. This card is really neat in a sense that if it's in the center position of the stage, it gains plus 1 soul, so it can swing for 2 soul every time. And it's also a stock bomb, so it gets rid of problematic level 0s. So yeah, very neat card. Next up, we have the two Koga Top Checks. Also a good utility card. This card's from the first set actually. Top Check 2 rearrange and on attack, pump 1.5 to any of your characters. So the 1.5 pump is very relevant to your clean cuts, in which you'll need to make sure to ensure it gets reversed so that you can clean cut. And the top check 2 rearrange is just good utility. You can stack your triggers, or you can side if you needed to, and all that jazz. So yeah, good card to have. Next up, we have these three mice here, and the one of this Mai here. For this one here is pay one, ditch one, and send this card to memory to salvage one. And for this here, it's pay one, clock one, and send this to memory to draw a card. So these two serve three purposes. The first purpose is they all go to memory, so compression. Second purpose is that it's for that level. It's for this early play right here. If you have 3 more cards in memory, this early play gets 1k power, so that's also another purpose for that. A third purpose I will get to later, since it does kind of pertain to the main finisher for the deck. So I'll get to that later once I get there. Next up, we have the two drop salvages. On play, mill 2, if there's a climax, you can pump one of your characters for 1k. And the second effect is very synergistic with this first effect, since it's a drop salvage. So you can drop salvage and pump 1k to one of your other characters. So good card. It helps your clean cuts ensure the reverse once again, and also salvage a card. Mill 2, find a card you like, just salvage it. It's just a really good utility card. Next up, the clean cuts themselves. Oh, sorry. Clean cuts. So for on play, mill 2, it is level 1. For each level 1 card or higher, this card gets 1k, and the second effect is the clean cut effect. So my issue with this card is that it's only 2k on base. So if you don't whiff the mill 2, this card can get up to 3 or 4k, which is nice. It helps you ensure that clean cut. But sometimes you will whiff with this deck, which is kind of my problem at the moment, which is why I run the drop salvage and the Kogas too, because then they help. They can pump the clean cuts so that the clean cuts can get the reverse off and ensure that one clean cut effect. So yeah, but otherwise it's still a clean cut nevertheless, and honestly you probably won't whiff at least one card. So this card can get up to 3k. 3k is still nothing to scoff at anyway. So, but yeah, if you can't get it over 2k, just use the drop salvage or the top check Kogas to pump this to get a little bit more beefier. Next up, we have the two Shoko Brainstorms. This card, I only run 2 Brainstorms because, for one thing, you have a lot of cards in this deck that can run through the deck as it is. So having this is having another Brainstorm is nice and all, but otherwise there's no need to run more than 2 for this deck, I feel. And also this card, the primary function for this card in this deck is to search, since for this particular build you don't have any other cards to search. So having this is kind of nice, just to occasionally get a search off in case your waiting room doesn't have the cards you need. And yeah, and the first effect with the +1 level and plus 500 power is also useful as well. So yeah. Last on the level 0 lineup, we have the 4 Rio Vanillas. They're just vanillas. I mean, for now they're just vanillas at the 3k vanillas, so they get over things. otherwise, these cards combo off with the next card I'm about to show, which I'll show right now. And to start the level 1 combo, to start the level 1 lineup, we have the 3 Sakutas. So these two cards they go together. For one thing, so when you play this on play, you can take one of your vanilla Rios from your waiting room and stock them. So it's just a free stock on play. This is a free stock on play. So it's just a really good plus for this deck. And with this little engine here, you won't have to worry about stock for a while, for a long while. Cause then usually if you with the drop salvages and stuff, these things just die. But then you can just use the drop salvage or any of the other salvage cards we have in here to just bring it back and just stock it some more, you know. So yeah, really neat engine. This is from set 1, by the way. Next up, we have the level 1 Rios. This card's climax combos with the book here. So on play, draw 1, ditch 1. It's a good hand fix. Helps you draw into that climax. Helps you draw into this climax if you don't have it, or tries to draw into that climax if you don't have it. And the second effect is on climax, you can sack this card to bring out the 2/1 Rio, which is technically your primary level 1 combo play. But otherwise, this card is not too bad by itself. The draw 1, ditch 1 is really helpful actually. It's actually sometimes where I need where I can sometimes I overflow with climaxes a lot. So this card's a nice climax discard outlet. So yeah. Next up, we have the 3 1/1 events. Pay 1, send this card to memory, top check if it's an event or character, add it to hand. So this card, the only purpose it serves is for the memory compression, and also helps out with the level 3 early with the early play. As long as you have 3 more memory, the early play gets 1k power. So yeah, otherwise it's also a yellow fix as well, because it fixes yellow. So yeah. Last but not least, we have the level 1 Rio for our level 1 lineup. On your opponent's turn, all your LS's characters get 1k, and when you rest this card, it gives Sakuta or Rio 1k power. So it's a nice card to have to put these on defense, because then once you play this on the turn play and then next pass over to your opponent's turn, this card becomes an 8k. This card becomes 8k. So it's nice. It's a nice little number to be at, so that this card, to ensure this card stays on the field for next turn in case you have another book, so you can play the climax combo again. But yeah, I would play 2, but I think 1's enough for now. Now to go over to the level 2 lineup, we have the 4 2/1 Rios, which is our level 1 combo to say. So this card is absolutely amazing. Actually, it's actually it can actually be beneficial to have if it survives for more than 1 turn. Because let's say you have the book climax. So let's say you played the combo last turn, and then next turn over, these cards survive, and you have another book in hand. So that's just it's just an easy plus. Okay, it's just an easy plus. So on attack, 1k for every other character. It gets really big. And the climax combo is on reverse. Look up the top 4 and grab a character, send the rest of the waiting room twice. So it's basically the 2/0 event from the Project Diva set. But while it does say it's on reverse, it doesn't really matter much, because you'll be really big if that's what you're worrying about. But otherwise, the only issue with this card is that it does require the on reverse. So if they just crash the board, then you get no pluses. But that should be fine, right? If you have then you have other ways to search to grab cards anyways. So it's not a bad card. But usually, all your cards should be small enough to keep one. All your cards should be small enough so that they aren't able to crash anyways. So yeah. Also the little Maguro twice thing, it's really good for milling out. There's a lot of milling power with that. You mill 8 cards. Oh, actually, you mill up to 8 cards too. So it's really nice. And to finish up the level 2 lineup, we have the 1/1 sack counter. Not much to say, just a sack counter. Next up, on level 3, we have the 3-2 my early plays. So 3 more memory gets 1k, heal 1, and 2 or less climax gets -1 level in hand. So also not much to say about this. It's just an early play, just a healer. Otherwise, I just needed something to heal that's also yellow, and also I kind of like playing the memory compression kind of thing. So yeah. Now onto the primary finisher of the deck. We have the 4 level 3 Nodokas. This card is insanely nutty. On play, look up to 3, grab any card and add it to hand. So you can grab climaxes and events. And the second effect, on climax, pay 1, ditch 1 to give itself another character the Musashi effect, which is really nutty actually, because with this deck you can actually play 3 of these. It's possible to play 3 of these and use and pull out 3 climax combos of these too, because with the amount of stock in hand you generate with this build, pulling 3 of these off is child's play. It's super freaking easy. So let's say you have 3 on the board. Climax combo, give Musashi to itself, give 1 to her, give 1 to itself, give 1 to her, give 1 to itself, give 1 to her. So they all get Musashi burns. They all get Musashi burns twice. So usually with this though, you can usually your opponent will be dead, because they'll take 3 damage from the initial attacks unless they don't cancel. But if they do cancel, they'll probably eat the Musashi burns, which is really funny to watch sometimes, because you can see him just cancel, eat Musashi burns, eat another Musashi burn, maybe cancel with this, but then they cancel attack here, eat the Musashi burn, which is super hilarious. It also goes back to my previous statement about saying how those cards in memory serve a third purpose. So that third purpose is when they're in memory, when you do a Musashi burn, if you just mill level 0, you just burn 1. So with those level 0s in memory, you have a higher chance of hitting the level 1 cards or the level 2 or other level 3 cards, which is also nice. But honestly, hitting the level 1 and level 2s is what you really want to hit the most, I think, because overswing, I mean, it's really memey if you just like just keep milling level 3s and you just burn for 4 every time. But in all seriously though, milling level 1s, level 2s is kind of what you want, because you want to hit that sweet spot, that sweet damage spot, which is in this case it's going to be burn 2 or burn 3, which is pretty nice. So having those level 0s in memory also helps the fact that to avoid the burn 1s, because burn 1 is it's precise damage. But sometimes, since this is your only burn card for the deck, burn 1s are kind of meh, and it does fall victim to most anti burns too. So yeah, there's that. Really nutty card though. I love it. And finally, we have the secondary finishers, which is the Koga restands. On attack, gains 500 per. So and the second effect, on reverse, pay 1, ditch 2 to restand. I do keep in mind though, if you do give the Musashi burn to her and you restand her, you can't do the Musashi. You can't pull this Musashi off a second time. So yeah, has a hard once per turn clause here. So yeah. And for the climax, 4 books, 4 choice. 4 choice also helps with generating stock and hand advantage too. So really, thanks Bushi. So that's it for the deck profile. I hope you enjoyed. Please leave a like and a comment if there's anything that I would like to do better, and also subscribe to the channel, guys. All right, thank you.